Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this series, you're going to see 25 days of trade analysis. I am calling it 25 days of Tradesmas. In this Tradesmas series, if you are going to be watching it, I highly suggest that you take the opportunity to be participating in the giveaway. I would love to give back to you guys in the YouTube world who have supported me and followed me. I am always very interactive in the trading floor community, but I know there's a ton of you who have followed me for a while who aren't in there, and I want to be able to give back to YouTube as well. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for all of your guys' support here on my YouTube channel, and I am wishing you all the warmest of holidays, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. I personally celebrate Christmas, so therefore I am doing the 25 days of Tradesmas. But whatever your holiday season is, I wish you and your family and loved ones a very warm and happy holiday season. With that being said, I am doing the giveaway here on my channel. So for every day that I do one of the Tradesmas videos, if you do any sort of interaction, if you like, comment, or subscribe, you will earn an entry to be able to qualify at the end on the 25th day to be part of the drawing that I am holding. I will draw a winner for the giveaway. I will announce the winner on the 26th of December. The prize will be to win a yearly subscription to the trading floor. So if you guys are interested in it, make sure that you are doing the likes, subscribe, and comments. Obviously, you cannot resubscribe over and over again, but don't worry. You will get 3 credit points towards that, but then every day following it, as long as you leave a like and you leave a comment, you'll get 2 additional entries for each of those. In addition to my giveaway, if you guys love giveaways, we are doing one on the Trading Floor YouTube channel as well. It's the same thing over there in order to enter as well, though it is interaction. So if you like, comment, and subscribe over there with that channel, you are going to be entered into a drawing at the end on the 25th as well. We will draw a name for somebody to win a $1,000 cash prize. You do have to have PayPal to accept this prize, so make sure that you can accept PayPal if you're going to go over there and enter into it. But I think that's a really nice prize. I think most people this time of year would love to have $1,000 extra. So make sure that you guys are also checking out the Tradesmas that we are doing on the trading floor. And there are lots of styles of trading happening over there on their Tradesmas. You will see all of our live streamers and our staff submitting videos. So if breakout trading isn't really your thing, or maybe my style isn't your thing, no worries. Go check out the Trading Floor's YouTube and make sure you are subscribing, and commenting for an opportunity to win $1,000 cash prize at the end. Okay guys, let's get into the video, and happy holidays. Hello and welcome back to the Tradesmas. With today's trade, we're going to start getting into Stairmaster as promised in yesterday's video. I did talk about this a little bit. People have been requesting to see a little more Stairmaster action. It's one of the other indicators that I do really like using. So Stairmaster and Happy Trail, those are by far my favorite 2 indicators. Those are offered in the trading floor community if you are wondering where they're from. With that being said, I do like Stairmaster. However, the last time that I did truly use it consistently was in July. So we do have to kind of dig back a little bit here. And we are skipping over August because August I was working on Happy Trail as well. So to give you guys a little more variety and not keep showing the same thing, I'm going to skip August. Those of you guys who do like Stairmaster, I will show it to you. But I also didn't want to do too much Stairmaster because we also have a version 2 coming out for Stairmaster in the new year. So I didn't want to go too crazy and show you guys too much stuff and then have it switched up on you guys. You will still have access to the old version as always. So I will show you guys a few trades, how I work with it, and why I like it. It's very similar though as far as a breakout strategy goes to Happy Trail. So whether you like Happy Trail or Stairmaster, the marking up and the analysis is very similar with zones. The one thing I will say is that with Stairmaster, I do tend to use a little more mid-zones. I do tend to use them a little more often because sometimes the signals for me, I feel come a little bit later if you're looking for a rejection off of a zone or a breakthrough. And signaling a little later isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it actually helps save you out of more potential losses or a lot of those bust or break even type of trades that you'll see that I will get sometimes. So there's a benefit to both. It just kind of depends where I'm at in my life and what I'm looking at trying to trade, what style. So July was mostly focused on Stairmaster. That's what you guys are seeing here on the screen. I am going to show you a demo trade because I just kind of want to show you guys something to start off and we'll work backwards. But I do write a little blurb in here. I did go on vacation at the end of July. I did stop on the 19th officially because I was going away. Shout out to my mom. Her birthday's in July. We were going away for my mom's birthday that week. So I wasn't really like focused on the charts the way that I should have been. Not enough that I would have wanted to risk my life. And I had already made, like, I'll show you guys here. You guys can see my monthly for July. This is all the trades that I took in July for Strategy Wars. So I'd already made like more than enough for the month. I had already cleared what I needed. So I wasn't trying to risk losing money potentially since I wasn't really going to be focused. You guys can see I just kind of stopped that account. I closed it out. I finished up my live. I do show like withdrawal history here. So the 18th, just like showing you guys so you can see I'm being like transparent about it. I do this in the community for people so they know. The 18th was the last day that I placed a trade. And you can see this was Hugosway at the time. The 18th was when I took my withdrawal. So just showing you guys like that's what I had taken out of the account. And then I switched over to a demo account. Long story short, what you're about to see was actually a demo account. So this is play money here. This was real money. But we'll also go over some of these other trades that you're seeing here. I'm going to try and pick out ones that actually are probably useful because we only have 4 days left of Tradesmas. And I don't want to keep showing you, like, I feel like there's a few of these like bust type of trades, like, you know, the lower amounts. We've already seen tons of those in Tradesmas. We don't really need to keep going over those. All right, let's get into the actual analysis. But just FYI, this is going to be a US30 trade that you're going to see, and it is on a demo. This is a US30 trade on the 1 minute time frame. I do trade a lot of 1 minute time frame or 5 minute time frame with Stairmaster. It does work on higher time frames, but for me personally, I just like it on the smaller time frames. Like I said, sometimes the signal can be a little bit delayed, and I like to be on a smaller time frame to get in a little bit earlier. And it's something we're working on, so those of you who might be frustrated with a little bit of a delayed signal, I'm aware of it. We're working on it. I got you. Don't worry. V2's coming. But for now, this is kind of how I've worked with it. I have worked with it on a smaller time frame, and I also do speed up what is the moving average here, and I put mine to 75. I don't use the default. So if you guys are using it, you would want to change that setting and make it 75. What I was looking for was my zones. So you can see my purple area, as always, is a zone. We did break out of it, and I did have a previous signal down here. So I could have technically entered at that breakout because it is still a bullish signal. So a sneaker underneath here, along with like the breakout, would have still counted because the most recent sneaker is still in favor of the direction we're looking to go. However, that is a little early for me to be trading. Like, I don't usually come in until after indices open. So I wasn't here for this, but if you were, that could have been a potential entry, and you would have looked to maybe target the top of the next level and put your stop loss like right below where you broke out of. You could have done that, and that would have worked out for you. The other option was you could have entered here, put your stop loss at the bottom of the zone since it didn't retest it, and then targeted like a little bit of a higher zone, which I would have had to look to the left to see what that was, but clearly there's something because price was driven there. So that could have been an option for those of you who are wondering like what Stairmaster and how it works. Like, you can still use a signal, whatever the most recent signal is that you had, as long as it's still going in the direction that you're looking to take it in. If you had an opposite signal print here, you would want to wait for a new signal to print that would line up with the direction you're looking to trade in. Okay, moving on to the actual entry here. So I did not get this entry here. However, you know, it was a good indication that there is pressure for the buyers that's being pushed here, pushing it up. And then I did have a little bit of a rejection off of this area. It took a little bit of time to come back in here, accumulate, and then some more pressure to break out of it. So seeing the breakout of it was a good indication. It didn't reject off of this level and come back down. It did drive it up and above it to create a slightly new higher high. This is kind of zoomed out, so I apologize. It's a little hard to see. But there was a higher high created here with that sneaker. So that, along with the fact that like we are above our moving average and, you know, we are breaking out of our zone. We did have a stochastic RSI cross. I do like to use a stoch RSI when I'm using Stairmaster. So these were a bunch of different indications. We're above our moving average. We broke out of a zone. We have a new little higher high being formed here. We have our sneaker and we have our cross on our stoch RSI. So we like, 4 or 5 confirmations there. All of these are good signals to get into a trade potentially. For me, what I was looking for, since we already had created accumulation here, like at that mid zone, I didn't need to go all the way down to the bottom here where it broke out of. I already had accumulation in like area of here. So we came up, we to resistance, we come to the mid zone, create accumulation, come back up. So this kind of counts almost like a retest. Imagine like what I've been teaching all along. Like if you're retesting, you basically retested because you come up, you test a resistance. You don't need to come all the way back down again. You've already tested a resistance and then you get a push up. So this is kind of like your retest. And this would be where you would place your stop loss then in that case. And that's what I did. And then my take profit was just targeting a 1 reward. You can see for me, like I did get in after opening. Like I said, I wasn't in before it or else that kind of would have been nicer. But I was right after opening and that can be super volatile opening. And honestly, it's a good thing I did go for a 1R because I would have gotten stopped out here if I tried to go for more. I might have gotten 1.5 actually. I might have gotten 1.5. It would have been the tippy top. But 1R is the more probable, it was the much more practical situation to take in here because the trend started down here, had already been pushing up for a little bit here. And they're just, you don't want to be taking overextended trends too much, like if without a really good amount of accumulation or retracement. So accumulation is good, but it's not a good deep retrace. If you don't have a good retrace or a solid retest of where you're breaking out of, you really want to be cautious sometimes because you could be in a very overextended trend or you could be starting to get in late into a trend, which is good because you're with the trend, but you may be losing momentum, which means that you're not going to get the reward that you're looking for potentially. So if you find yourself getting in late to a move, my suggestion is that you should be cautious with how much you're expecting the market to give you after that move has already been done. So this kind of goes back to those things where I was talking about like in previous videos, like try not to be too greedy about it. Like the market is only going to give you what it can give you. You can't force it to give you more. So try to be like smart about thinking like where do you want to put your take profit? What will the market more likely give you? Not what do you hope it gives you? Because you can hope all you want, but at the end of the day, it's only going to give you what it will give you. And try to stick on the more probable side. That's why I wanted to show you guys this one, even though I know that I showed you guys, this is just a demo account, but like this still was a trade that I wanted to explain to you guys, just so that you know, like you can still get in late to a move. Just don't expect it to give you the world. You expect it to give you to the top of that zone potentially. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I did want to show this one because I feel like that's another thing I get questioned a lot is like when to take a reward, when not to take it, how far to take a reward. And obviously the answer is always like use the market to the left, use previous price action. That's your best indication of where price might be driven to. However, in cases like this, you might also want to think about just like where has the market already been? How far has the market already been? And what is it likely to give you moving forward? And as a reminder, I'm on the 1 minute time frame, so I'm trying to hold tighter stop losses on here. Like if you're on a higher time frame, you definitely could have like gotten in and held a lot larger of a stop loss, looking for a lot larger of a take profit. I'm talking about like people who want to scalp. This is more for the scalping people. Like try to be careful of how overextended your moves are because the retracement is always coming and like they always come. So you want to make sure that you're being careful about how late you get into the move, how much you're expecting from that move to give you. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I will see you tomorrow to go over another one of the trades from my July list here.